Suppose if you want to format your text which is on the cell, to make that we are going to have the option that is text formatting function. The user can able to write their own formulas in the Excel sheet, or they can able to use the built-in formula. How I can able to find the average of three numbers, that is nothing but summation divided by total number of numbers. Hello, hi, namaste. A warm welcome on my 16th chapter, and the chapter name is Spreadsheet. I'm Revati, faculty, Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram, Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. Before going to start my today's session, let me to recall the things what I had discussed in my previous session. In my previous session, we had discussion regarding what is command. So here commands are nothing but the instruction that is mainly used to navigate. So here the instructions are given to the spreadsheet in the form of commands, and to provide the commands, we are going to have two options, that is mouse, and I can able to use keyboard. Then we had discussion regarding how to set the column width, what are the operations I can able to perform. Everything we had discussed in my previous session. But in my today's session, at the beginning, I'm going to have formatting. Then I'm going to have formulas to perform simple calculation. That means how I can able to write my own formulas to perform different kinds of mathematical calculation. Now directly get into the topic, that is formatting. Now tell me what is formatting. That means you have entered something to your worksheet and you want to format or want to style your worksheet. Then here formatting cell can be changed the way the cell looks. That means you can able to change the appearance of your cell. So formatting is nothing but the way used to change the cell's look. And think that this is your cell, that is nothing but your worksheet, and you want to change the style, color, appearance of the cell. That can be achieved with the help of formatting. To achieve formatting, we are going to have format text, and we are going to have format rows and columns, format numbers, and you can able to add borders as well as shading. So at the beginning, I'm going to have format text. That means I can able to format the text. So what is formatting text? That means I can able to change the font style, that is text style, text border, text color, everything. So under format text, I can able to change the text style or text appearance. So how I can able to change the text appearance? That is nothing but I can able to use New Roman, or I can able to use Arials. So I'm going to have plenty of text format style. In that I can able to select any one, and I can able to increase the size of the text, or I can able to decrease the size of the text. And if I want to bold this text, then I can have the option bold. And if I want to change the style of text into italic, then I'm going to have the option italic. So these are the way you can able to format your text, and you can able to place your text at the left side of your cell, or if you want to place your text towards the right side of your cell, or if you want to place your text in the middle, that can be achieved with the help of format text. And you're going to have format rows and columns. That means here you can able to format your rows as well as columns. To format your row, you can increase your row size, or you can decrease your row size, or you can able to modify your row size, etc. And that is same to your column. That means you can able to increase your column width, decrease your column width. Everything is carried out with the help of format rows and format columns. And you can also able to format the numbers. That means you can able to change the style of the numbers. That means you can use font style. That means you can apply font style for the numbers, and you can able to place it right or place it left, or you can able to justify, or you can able to place it in the middle of the cell, and you can able to highlight the numbers. Everything is carried out under the Excel. So I'm going to have another option, that is add borders and shading. That means I can able to add the borders to my cell, or I can able to add the borders to the table. Along with that, I can able to highlight the borders. That means I can able to highlight the column name or row name, etc. So I'm going to have the option called shading. That means I can able to color it. So this is the way you can able to format your text. To format your text, you can also able to use the option called wrap text. Why I required wrap text here? I want to fit my text into that cell. For that reason, I required wrap text. So moving further, I'm going to have format text. So what is format text? That is used to perform basic text formatting function. That means suppose if you want to format your text which is on the cell, to make that we are going to have the option that is text formatting function, and the formatting toolbar performs more complex text formatting function. That means to perform formatting, I can able to use formatting toolbar, and in the formatting toolbar we are going to get the all the possible options to format my text. It may be a font style, font size, or you want to represent your font in the bold form or italic form, or you want to place your text in the right side or left side. Everything I'm going to get under formatting toolbar. Then I'm going to have font tab. So when I press font tab, I'm going to get the long list of fonts, that is available font style. In that I can able to pick any style. Then I'm going to have align text. That means I'm going to have the tab or option called align text, so that I can able to align the text. What are the option I'm going to have? That is left align, right align, or middle, or I'm going to have the option called justify. And suppose if you want to fit your text to the cell, then I can able to use the option called wrap text. These are the certain options I'm going to have to format my text in the spreadsheet. Moving further, once again, I'm going to have format text. So here, alignment tab, what I want to do, check the wrap-up text box, align text to the left or right to the cell, column, etc. That means, suppose if you want to align your text to right or left, middle or justify, that can be carried with the help of alignment tab. And alignment tab and select the horizontal and vertical text alignment option. Along with the left, right, justify or center, I'm going to have two more extra alignment option, that is I can able to align the text horizontally or I can able to align the text vertically, and I can also able to merge the cell. So what is merging? I can able to merge or club two cells together, and I can able to split the merged cell. That means I'm going to have the option unmerge cell. Moving further, I'm going to have format rows and columns. That means, suppose if I want to format my rows and columns, I'm going to have the option insert row and columns. Then I can able to hide the rows and column. That means, think that you have created some worksheet and now you want to add some rows and columns to the existing workbook. What I will do? I'm going to take the help of insert row and insert column. With the help of insert row option and insert column option, I can able to insert the rows as well as I can able to insert the column. Then suppose if I want to hide any particular rows and columns, then I'm going to have the option called hide row and hide column, and select the row and column to hide. That means to hide the rows and columns, what I want to do? First, I want to select which row or which column I want to hide. Change the column width. That means I can able to change the width of the column as well as width of the row. To that, double click the column border to auto fit the width. That means to change the column width, I'm going to have the two options. By automatically, I can able to make it, or I can able to drag and drop. So I'm going to have the option drag that particular column and drop, else I'm going to have another option. What I want to do? I want to double click that column border in order to perform auto fit width. Then drag the column border. That means the another option what I have, that is I'm going to drag the column border. Moving further, I'm going to have format numbers. Suppose if I want to format the numbers in some specific format, that can be achieved with the help of format numbers. That means change numerical values to percentage. That means this is the numerical value I'm going to have, and I want to change this numerical value to percentage. That can be achieved very easily with the help of spreadsheet. Then number tab, increase or decrease the number of decimal place. That means suppose if you want to increase the number of decimal place and if you want to decrease the number of decimal place, that can be achieved with the help of number tab. So think that this is the value I have and I want to increase the size here. That means I want to represent it in the form of fractions. That can be achieved. And suppose if I have the value and if I want to make a round figure, then I can able to use the option called number tab. These are the things very easily achieved in the Excel. So this is the way you can able to format your numbers. Moving further, suppose if I want to add borders and shading, that means I can able to apply borders to cell. To apply borders to the cell, I'm going to have the option borders palette, and I'm going to get the borders from the palette. That means I'm going to select the particular borders according to my wish, and where I can able to get that is present in my formatting toolbar, and you want to draw the borders directly on the worksheet. That means to border the cell or table, I'm going to have the option called palette. In palette, I'm going to get the different kinds of borders, or I can manually or directly draw the borders. So these are the two options I'm going to have under add borders. Then to apply shading or colors and pattern to cells, you can use the option called fill color from the format toolbar, and you can also have the option called select from present option and draw borders directly to the worksheet. This is the way you can able to add the borders and you can able to shade the colors to your text or to your cell or to your table. Moving on to the next topic, that is formula. That means the user can able to write their own formulas in the Excel sheet, or they can able to use the built-in formula. But this is the example for user-defined formula. So to illustrate that, I have taken the example that I'm going to calculate the student marks list. So this is their internal marks list, and they have 6 different subjects, and I'm going to find the sum of all 6 subject. So what is the formula I'm going to use here? That is nothing but the summation. That is nothing but sum. So here I'm going to use the formula sum, then I'm going to specify the range. Now tell me what is D3 and what is I3. So here D3 is nothing but the column address, whereas 3 is nothing but the row address. So what is D here? D is nothing but the column address, whereas the number 3 is nothing but the row address. And how I'm going to get the cell address? That is nothing but the intersection of rows and column together forms cell. So there's 2 numbers, that is alphabet D and the number 3 together forms the address, that is nothing but the D3. That means I want to start from Dth column to the ith column. So I'm going to have the column address D3 to I3. So I want to perform the addition of subject Kannada to subject computer science, and I'm going to use the formula that is sum of, I'm going to pass the address. So what is the address I'm going to pass? That is nothing but the cell address, and I want to specify the range. For that reason I'm going to have colon. So here at the beginning I'm going to pass the starting cell address, and at the end I'm going to pass the ending cell address, and this is given to the sum, that is equal. So equal sum of, I'm going to specify the cell range. This is the way user can able to write their own formula. This is the way the user can able to write their own formula. Moving further, I'm going to have another example, that is summation of three numbers. That means I want to find the sum of three numbers. Once again, what is the operation I'm going to perform? That is summation, and I'm going to specify the range. So at the beginning, what I used to do, I'm going to write the equal symbol, and I'm going to use the library function, that is nothing but sum, and I'm going to pass the range. So here I'm going to have Cth column, and I'm going to have the fifth row. What is my cell address here? That is nothing but C and 5. And where I want to stop? I want to stop in the field of each column. And what is the row number? That is once again 5. So what is the range I want to pass here? That is C5 to E5. So here I can directly write equal sum of C5 to E5. This is the range of my cell. So here C5 is nothing but the starting cell, and E5 is nothing but the ending cell address. Moving further, I'm going to have another example. So what is the example I'm going to have? That is nothing but find the sum and average of given three numbers. So here once again, what I want to do, I want to find the sum of given number, then I want to find the average of given number. To find the sum of given number, I have summation. Then to find the average of given number, what I want to do? I want to calculate the sum of given number divided by then the total number of numbers I'm going to have. So here how many numbers I'm going to have? That is nothing but the 3. Then I'm going to find the average, that is sum divided by 3. So this is the general formula. Now I want to translate this general formula to the Excel formula, that is written in the form of average of F5 divided by 3. So before that, what I want to do, I want to perform the summation of given number. Dear student, tell me how to find the sum. To find the sum, what I will do, I'm going to add this number with this number, and I'm going to add this number with this number. So what is the value I'm going to get? That is 120. So I want to get 120. So this is the general procedure. Now what I want to do, I want to convert my general formula to the computer understandable form. So here I have equal symbol. Then what is the function I have? That is sum, and I'm going to pass the starting cell address, and I'm going to pass the ending cell address. That means I want to specify the range. So what is the range I have? That means I want to add 3 numbers, and I want to specify the starting number range, and I want to specify the ending number range. For that, here what I will do, I'm going to consider the column address. So what is the column address I'm going to have here? That is nothing but the C. And what is my row address? That is nothing but 5. Together, I'm going to get the cell address. So what is cell here? Cell is nothing but the intersection of rows and columns. So the intersection of cells and column forms cell address. What is the cell address I'm going to have here? That is C5 to, I want to specify the range. What is the ending range? That is E5. So I'm going to add the number from cell, that is C5 to E5. Then where I'm going to place the result in place of F5. So this is the way you can able to find the sum of 3 numbers. Now how I can able to find the average of 3 numbers? That is nothing but summation divided by total number of numbers. That is here where I can able to get the sum, that is in the place of F. So the column F represents the summation. And what's the intersecting point here? That is nothing but F5. So what I will do, I'm going to pass F5 to the average function. Along with that, I'm going to specify the total numbers. How many numbers I'm going to have? That is nothing but 3. So it is F5 divided by 3. That gives the average of a given 3 numbers. So here I'm going to get the average. That is, if I consider second row or second record, what is the sum I'm going to have? That is 150. And if I divide 150 by 3, what is the average value I'm going to get? That is nothing but 50. So here I'm going to get the average value 50. So this is the way the user can able to define formula for any kind of arithmetic operations. Moving further, I'm going to get the another example, that is subtraction of 2 numbers. So what I will do, I'm going to subtract 2 numbers and the formula is different here. So what I will do, I'm not going to use any built-in function. Instead of that, I'm going to use the user-defined formula. That is, here I'm going to write equal to C6 minus D6. That is nothing but C6 minus D6. So what is C6? That is, C is nothing but the column value. Column value. And what is 6? 6 is nothing but the row value. So the intersecting of cell address is nothing but C6. And what about my second number? That is comes in my dth column. And what is my row number? That is 6. So it is D6. And when I perform C6 minus D6, that is nothing but 10 minus 40. So what is 10 minus 40? It is nothing but minus 30. If I consider second record, it is 20 minus 50. What is the value I want to get? That is minus 30. So it is minus 30. This is the way user can able to use predefined functions, or user can able to write their own formulas to perform any kind of arithmetic operations or any kind of operation. So this is the example for subtraction. Suppose if I want to perform some other kind of arithmetic operations like plus, division or star, what I want to do, instead of minus symbol, what I will do, I'll write slash for division, and for multiplication, instead of slash, I'll write hash, and for the addition, I can able to write plus. So this is the way user can able to write their own formulas. So dear student, in today's session, we started with what is formatting and how to format the text and what are the different kinds of text formatting options we are going to have. Along with that, we had discussion regarding how to use the formulas. In formulas, we had discussion regarding how to use the built-in functions like average and sum. Along with that, how we can write our own formula. To illustrate that, we had taken the example that subtraction of two numbers, and by using user defined formula, the user can able to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Along with that, they can also able to perform some other operations like relational or logical operations. So dear student, in my today's session, we got more information about Excel, and let's meet in the next session with some more information about Excel. Here Excel is nothing but the spreadsheet. Until then, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.